Tony Cisneros, and I'm owner and operator of Alpventures World War II Tours. I've been at this for 20 years. I started as a tour guide in 1994 in this amazingly beautiful place called Berchtesgaden. It's located in the Bavarian Alps. I fell in love with the area and I fell in love with the job. Our tours are designed for World War II buffs. What's really unique about Alpventures tours is the experience. I've been bringing groups to some really off the beaten path places, some really unique spots that not every company goes to. And these two young medics, Kenneth Wright and Robert Moore, tended to 80 wounded people in here, including American paratroopers, Germans, and one civilian, a little girl who was hit by shrapnel right outside here. There's still blood on these pewters in a big spot right here. The body was probably laying right here. And these two men saved the lives, again, of not only Americans, but Germans and a French civilian here. We get our groups into locations that aren't otherwise open to the general public, like the United States Navy radio bunker located at Utah Beach, and the 8-cylinder diesel submarine engine up at the Eagle's Nest. I've had a really amazing opportunity to meet some interesting people. I've met a lot of veterans on these trips. It's a real honor to me to be able to share their stories with my groups on tour.
A few years back, I had Robbie Robinson. This guy landed with the 116th Infantry Regiment in the first wave here on D-Day. He ran forward, and the only shelter he found was behind one of those Czech hedgehogs, those defenses here, or these obstacles rather. Then he found his buddy. His buddy was 30 feet ahead of him. He followed his buddy. They ran forward towards the bluffs, and there was a huge explosion. Robbie was knocked on his back off of his feet. When he looked in front of him, his buddy had hit a mine, and his legs were blown off. And all he saw was the torso of his buddy. He was still alive, and he was doing this. Come this way. I took the hit. You'll be safe. Robbie was, when he was in the military, he did a lot of driving in a half-track. And the tour that I had him on, I arranged a battlefield tour in an original American half-track. And I never saw that guy grin more ear to ear. He was just the happiest guy around. Why did Bormann build this for Hitler if he knew Hitler was afraid of heights? He did it to impress Hitler. The building itself is made of natural stone. The stone was quarried in Passau, on the border of Germany and Austria. The stones were actually individually cut, finished, and numbered at the quarry in Passau. The stones were loaded up onto a train. The train pulled into the Berchtesgaden station down there in the valley. They were then loaded onto trucks. The trucks drove up to the Obersalzberg. They were put onto the cable system, whisked up to the summit, and the entire building was put together like a jigsaw puzzle. There's days, even in the perfect weather, when you look up here at certain angles and you don't even see the building because it blends in with the mountain very well. That one was actually taken apart piece by piece and brought down to Berchtesgaden, and that's used for the village during blackouts. That one still works too. And at that time, Albert Speer took over, laying out the rally grounds and all the work in Berlin.
Hitler once said to Albert Speer, Wörter aus Stein, words from stone. What he was telling Albert Speer is these buildings should speak to the people. There was a German poet by the name of Heinrich Heine, and he said, this is but a prelude. In the beginning, when they burn books, in the end, they'll be burning people. It's not just all intense history on these trips. Our groups have a lot of fun. The hotels are great, the meals are wonderful, and the scenery is amazing. Some of our hotels are listed historic monuments. We stay in an 800-year-old castle overlooking the Rhine River on our Normandy to the Eagle's Nest tour. We also stay in a chateau on that trip in France. We stay at a castle in southern Poland on our Wolf's Lair tour. So there's a lot of really special features to every Alpventures tour. We certainly hope you'll check out Alpventures World War II Tours. Visit our website at worldwar2tours.com. We'd love to show you around Europe. And the other thing he said to me was, I'll save a place in heaven for you. I hope he keeps his promise.